All right, let's cut through the noise. You've probably heard Donald Trump is pushing hard, really hard for a free trade agreement with India. But here's the thing. This isn't just about economics. It's about power, politics, and a lot of pressure. Today, we're diving into why Trump is so desperate for this deal, what's in it for the US, what India's playing at, and what this whole FTA drama really tells us about the future of global power shifts. Let's break it down. Segment 1. What's Trump really after? So Trump's back in the White House, and true to form, he wants a big, shiny, headline-worthy trade win. He's already had deals with Japan, the UK, and even tried squeezing China. Now, it's India. He calls it the tariff king, claims India's got one of the highest import taxes in the world. And he's not wrong. American companies have struggled to break into the Indian market because of high duties and red tape. So what's Trump doing? He's playing hardball, slapping a 25% tariff on Indian imports, threatening more, and saying either we make a fair deal or you pay. Classic Trump playbook. Squeeze now, negotiate later. But this time, the stakes are higher. Segment 2. Why the US needs this. So what does America get out of this? 3 words. Access to India. India's economy is booming. Over 1.4 billion people. A middle class that's hungry for tech, energy, healthcare, you name it. If this deal happens, it opens the door for US exports in a big way. Think American wheat, corn, and dairy in Indian supermarkets. US-made cars and defense gear rolling into Indian cities. Oil and gas deals that make India one of America's top energy buyers. And let's not forget tech and pharmaceuticals. US companies want Indian regulations loosened so they can compete on a level playing field, especially in areas like data, IP rights, and digital trade. Bottom line, an FTA could fix the lopsided trade balance and let US companies tap into one of the fastest growing markets on the planet. Segment 3. What does America buy from India? Anyway, here's where it gets real. The US imported about $87 billion worth of goods from India last year. What's in that? Generic medicines. India supplies around 65% of all generics in the US. Diamonds and jewelry. Nearly half of polished diamond imports come from India. Textiles, shrimp, spices, and tons of auto parts. Basically, if you're in the US, there's a good chance something in your house came from India. Your meds, your rugs, maybe even the shrimp in your freezer. This interdependence is why Trump's tariff threats are risky. If he hits India too hard, prices in the US might spike, especially in healthcare. Segment 4. So why isn't India jumping in? Well, here's the twist. India isn't desperate, Modi is playing it cool. India already has trade deals brewing with the UK, EU, Australia, UAE, you name it. They're not sitting around waiting for Trump. They've got options. Plus, opening up the Indian economy too fast, especially in sectors like dairy and agriculture, is politically risky for Modi. India has a huge farming population. Cutting tariffs could backfire at home. So while both sides want a deal, India's saying, we want one, but not at any cost. Segment 5. The bigger game, strategy, not just trade. Now let's zoom out. This isn't just about trade numbers. It's about strategic alignment. Trump wants India closer to the US orbit and further from China and Russia. That means more US weapons sales, more energy deals, more shared military operations in the Indo-Pacific. And India? It wants to be seen as a major global power, but still play its cards independently. That's why it's buying Russian oil and US drones at the same time. The trade deal is a tool. The bigger goal? A long-term partnership that counters China's rise. Segment 6. Where do things stand now? So, where are we today? As of August 2025, there's still no final deal. Trump gave a deadline. Modi didn't budge. Talks are still happening behind the scenes, but they're stuck on key issues. US wants India to open up agriculture. India wants tariff relief and no strings on its Russia policy. Both sides know the clock is ticking, but neither wants to look weak. So yeah, Trump's desperate not just for trade, but for a win, a legacy, a headline he can sell to voters. So here's the takeaway. This isn't just about two countries haggling over shrimp tariffs or pharmaceutical patents. This is about the future of power, influence, and economic alliances in a new world order. Whether the deal gets done or not, this tug-of-war between Trump and Modi, it's telling us where the next decade is headed. Thanks for listening to Headline Circus. If this episode gave you something to think about, hit follow, share it with a friend, and we'll see you in the next one.